I'm Rachel. Welcome to my channel and another week of What's for Dinner. The first dinner of the week was super simple. We just grilled up some brats and just had some chips on the side. You'll see a lot of the dinners for this week are easy and simple. It's summertime and we all just want to get out and have a little bit of fun. Next day, you guessed it, I wanted something easy and quick, and I always reach for the ground beef and make up some hamburgers whenever I want just to get dinner done quick, and I know everybody will enjoy it. And the good thing about hamburgers is that you can make them any way you want to. You can serve them up so many different ways. You never feel like you're eating the same old boring burgers. And on this day, I just took some of those jalapenos from our garden and I just removed the seeds and chopped them up. I would have loved to make jalapeno poppers or stuffed jalapenos, but we didn't have enough peppers on this day, so I just decided that I would make a cheesy jalapeno popper topping to go right on top of our burgers. And to get it going, I just chopped up my onion and my jalapenos. I used a half a brick of cream cheese and I just put it all in the microwave to soften up those veggies and that cream cheese and make it that much easier to stir it up. And then I came back with some real bacon pieces and added that in, and a handful of mozzarella cheese because that's what I had. I would have loved to put some cheddar in there, but I didn't have any. And so I just sprinkled in a little bit of garlic powder and then just mixed that all in really good. And it is kind of thick and goopy at first, but it does melt down on your warm hamburger patty. And it just becomes a rich, ooey gooey, cheesy, delicious topping. And after I got this mixture all put together and looking back, I think that it would have been better if I had added some mayo or at least put some mayo on my burger, but that's something to think about the next time because it just didn't occur to me at the time. It was still very delicious. And so for my burgers, all I did was fry them up in a skillet and just season them with some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then when they were done, I just topped some of them with some American cheese and then some of the cream cheese and pepper bacon mixture, and then just let it do its job and get all nice and melty. To go along with it, I just pulled out a bag of macaroni and cheese that was left over from another meal and heated that up in the microwave. And then here is how my burger came out, and it did continue to melt the cheese and get all nice and gooey. And I just sliced up one of the tomatoes from my garden on the side, and that was so good. I love a fresh tomato from the garden, and this was my very first one of the year, and this was our dinner for this night. Okay, so the next day I just felt like I had to make some pancakes, and to go along with those I made some scrambled eggs and some bacon. And it was kind of funny because when I mentioned that I was really wanting some pancakes for dinner, everyone in the family sort of piped up and said that they were thinking the same thing. It has been a long time since we made some pancakes in our house, so that is what we made for dinner. We do have breakfast for dinner quite often, and there are so many different variations of breakfast that you can make for the possibilities are limitless. And on this night we just did some pancakes, some scrambled eggs, and some crispy bacon. And so to make my pancake mixture, I'm just using a boxed mix and adding some milk to it. I know that it calls for water, but I added milk, and I just kind of eyeballed it till it was the consistency that I prefer, which is a little on the thick side, not quite this thick. I do come back in and add some more milk because because this is not good here. So you want to thin it down to however you like it. And once I get that going, then I just am going to cook up my pancakes in a cast iron skillet. I really like to have that crispy edge along the ridge of the pancakes. And to get that, I just find making them in a cast iron skillet just is the best way for me. And every now and then I do like a light and fluffy pancake, but that's just not what I was going for. I wanted a really dense, thick, and crispy pancake. And so here I am just putting my pancake mixture into my hot cast iron skillet, and then I'm just going to wait until all of the bubbles around the edges are popping, and then I'll just give them a flip, and that is that. Is how dinner turned out. I think we all got our fill on this day. I think this was a day that we just mostly did snacking all day and no real meals before dinner, so we were super hungry, and breakfast for dinner hit the spot. The next day we all got home pretty late and my foot was giving me some trouble, so Bill suggested going out to eat at the Chinese buffet, and of course I did not argue about that. It's pretty rare that we have breakfast for dinner 2 nights in a row, but it happened. This is biscuits and gravy and fried eggs on toast. Unfortunately, I lost the footage of me cooking it. Sausage gravy is always a big hit in our house. There's never any complaints whenever I make it for dinner. But the next day, I decided to make up some tacos. I'm just going to do some soft tacos and make some chili gravy to top them with. And so in a separate skillet, I just took a little bit of the seasoned taco drippings out of the meat and put it in a pan. I added some flour and then just kind of mix that all together until it got nice and thick and bubbly. And then I'm just going to kind of make a roux. I will share the ingredients in the description box so that you can see what all I'm putting into this, but I will show you exactly how it came together. I added a little bit of chicken broth at this point and then just continued to keep stirring. You do go through a process with this of getting lumps and bumps that you need to work out, and it's very easy. Just keep on stirring and make sure that your heat is at a consistent temperature so that you're not going up and down and getting like all kinds of different funny stuff happening. Here's my little bowl of seasoning, and like I said, I will add that into the description box, but I'll let you know there's cumin, chili powder, oregano, garlic, cayenne, and that kind of stuff in there. Some salt and pepper. Nothing too crazy, just basically what you would use in tacos or chili seasoning. And I added some water at that point, and here we go again with the lumps and the bumps and getting it all smoothed out again. And it's really easy to make. You basically just keep stirring and keep stirring until it's nice and smooth, and add liquid until you have it at the thickness that you want your gravy to be. It does call for some tomato paste, but I didn't have any, so I just used a 1/4 cup of enchilada sauce, and it worked out perfectly. There were absolutely no problems, and the flavor was great. So here I'm just continuing to stir, stir, stir until it's nice and smooth. And like I said, I'm coming back in with some more water. You can use chicken broth or whatever you like. Water is just fine. I have a lot of seasoning going on in here, and ours was a little on the spicy side because we do like spice. I added a touch more cayenne than the regular person probably would, but you can always dial it back if that's what you prefer. And you obviously don't have to use cayenne pepper if you don't want this to be spicy at all. But this turned out so good that I know I'm going to be asked to make this over and over and over again. And of course, this was just another one of those simple and quick throw together kind of meals. I just cooked up some taco meat, and then we just heated up some flour tortillas, added some cheese on the inside, chopped up an onion. We didn't do anything really fancy or special this time, but that chili gravy just made all the difference in turning a boring old flour taco into something that just tasted like restaurant quality. And I am just like rolling up my tacos here, and then we had a little bit of Doritos left over from earlier in the week, so some of us just had those on the side. I didn't have any lettuce in the house or anything like that, but that would have been great. And here I'm just continuing to roll up my tacos and get them all plated up. And we actually kind of just had stuff to do after dinner, so this was a quick dinner, and then we were off again to enjoy our day. And so here is how it all came together. And like I said, you can always serve up your tomatoes, lettuce, sour cream, and all that good stuff. Some rice on the side if you have time to make it. I just did not. If I had more time, I probably would have tossed these all into a baking dish and put them in the oven to heat them all the way through, but these were just as good the way that they were. We had something that we had to attend after dinner, so we were just trying to get dinner on the table, but it turned out absolutely delicious. That's going to be it for this week. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to say bye for now, and I will see you in the next one.